showing the Quickfencer wood processor, which is designed for working on wood for biomass boilers, cutting them approximately 18-inch long and splitting them down the middle. It can coat with up to 14-inch diameter. In the middle is the machine without the grab, which is mainly for excavators, and on the left hand side the production model with the grab. That's the current production model for telehandlers, etc. The machine is very high capacity and can take up to 14-inch diameter, as you can see in the measure here. Here it is going to pick a log up, and this log is 14-inch diameter, and it grabs it, and then you pull the telescopic in and it goes inside the box, and then you lift the machine into vertical position, open the grab, and then the log drops into the shearing chamber, which is a big V blade which goes along and shears the log, and at the same time it shoves it again another stationary blade which splits it. So whatever size log you've got in, it'll shear it and split it. There you saw it drop on gravity, which is a very efficient way of moving the log into the chamber because it's free gravity. Now we're moving over across to a 5-foot still and showing it shearing and splitting. The machine is available with either two 22.5 ton rams or two 16-ton rams. The choice is yours. There it goes again, dropping down. It's a job you can do on a wet day when there's nothing else you can do, because you're not bothered about the wood getting wet at this stage, because you're going to put it on the building to dry. But it's a good filling job, or a job a contractor could buy a machine and go around several of customers who have biomass boilers. It's not as pretty as a proper processor, but it doesn't matter for biomass. There it is, split in two. You can also put multiple logs in it of say 3 or 4 inch diameter and split all the lot, but the splitter doesn't do much in that case. So it's a bit easier than using an axe. Of course we're a little bit green with it at the moment because we've altered it from the side exit to end exit, so we can put more tilt on it and it's more universal. We can also make it do different lengths to whatever you request, different plates to make it stop, to do shorter or longer. Believe it or not, many of the people ask for making it longer, not shorter. But I think 18 inch is a nice size to pick up and throw in, myself personally, and it doesn't bridge. You also can use it on wood with nails in, demolition wood. There's some demolition wood that's okay to put in biomass boilers if you've got the right authorisation. Here we are going on the stack, grabbing a log, and pulling it into the box. Actually, we've grabbed 3 here, so it's showing you doing 3 at once. It's a bit unhandy on this stack. We're having wood on both sides. We haven't just as much room to manoeuvre, but but it's still doing it okay. I can't get over looking at the gravity dropping down. It still gives me a bit of a buzz watching it drop. Over the still, over the trailer. Blade goes down, shears, and the next log shows the current log off if it's sticking on the splitter. On this model, the blade is a bit too wide and it splits on, but on the production model we've narrowed the splitter expander down a little bit, so it drops off a lot nicer than this. And it's a lot nicer on the bottom than this one as well, because it's on a V. But this machine, we didn't want to sell this type of machine till we'd tested it thoroughly, and we've had it going for 12 months and it's not getting a minute's trouble. It has wear plates top and bottom and shims, so when they're worn down a bit you can take some shims out, and the wear plates are very inexpensive anyway, so it's a very long lasting machine, not much to go wrong with it. There they are, nicely popping out. We fill it into these stills and then we stack them in a building 5 high, and it dries out very fast if it's wet. When the wood is wet, it's fairly squeezes the water out as it's doing it actually. But it's very quick drying. We reckon once the wood is 12 months old and there's water in it, we reckon 2 weeks in a building it's dry enough to go on the biomass, as long as you stored it first to get the sap out of it. Still dropping down. It doesn't take long to fill a still, and one of the 6 of these stills lasts our 75 kilowatt boiler a week during the cold weather in the winter. Of course in the summer months it hardly uses any, but it's a very efficient way of doing it to get your wood. It's better. I've seen people messing about with your chainsaw and whatever, so this machine is ideal for the farmer or the big estate that wants to process their own wood for the biomass boilers. And it's also capable for the large wood burning stalls in houses as well, but the wood isn't as pretty as what it is on a proper production processor, but we think it's very good for what it's made for. Here we are showing you doing demolition wood with nails in. It's not really the right type of wood, but it's all what we had about just to demonstrate it. You can use it with demolition type wood. So it catches the nail and it's not going to do any damage, and if you do any damage, it's only a matter of taking the blade out and putting hard facing on the tips of the blade and grinding them back down, and you're back to square one. So